Hey, welcome aboard. Mic check, mic check. Okay, sounds good. Hope everybody's doing okay. Had a couple meltdowns this week and last week. The we got the two cats. They're my mom's cats, and I'm really trying to keep them alive. Like right after my mom died, my sister wanted to take them to the pound or something like that. And I'm like, well, no, we're not going anywhere. The cats don't have to go anywhere. You know, they're all I really got left to my mom with what's going on with, family and everything else. Not really going to talk about it a lot. But we had one episode, and I really don't know which one of them is. I think it's the female cat, and that's my favorite cat of the two. I like both of them, but the female, we kind of rescued her way back. She was pooping and peeing all over the house. And I don't know if she was upset. It could have just been she was upset mom was gone. I don't know if the cats understand she died. And both of them were kind of her cat. So it was I really don't know, but I had to kind of get on them because I'm like, even if I was healthy, I would not want to clean up cat piss every day. But with my health, I'm having enough trouble, and I'm doing it, but I'm having enough trouble doing what I need to for me. Cleaning the house, cleaning the dishes. I'm just, it's hard, and I don't need the extra bullshit. The kitty litter boxes have to be clean. That's a thing. And if I can't do that, then we can't have the cats. But the added hassle of fucking moving around, getting up and down, bending over, that's not good for me. That fucks with my head. And I don't need it. It's not good for me, and that's what was going on. Well, so far she hasn't done it. I rubbed her nose in it. I put her out on the porch for most of the day. There's food out there. There's food and water. There's 2 litter boxes out there. But I did not give her any wet cat food all day. And every time she complained about it, I would just sort of point to where where somebody pissed on the floor. And then if she kept bugging me, I just put her back out on the porch all by herself. And that seems to have done the trick. Haven't had a problem since. What she'll do is she will come and bug me where she wants food, and I'm not mad at her. And I try to tell her, look, you're not being punished. You're just not. It's just the way it is. Mom's not around anymore. The money we're spending on food for her and the other cat, probably we should be saving for food for ourselves. But she'll do this where, and this is the thing, because there's been times where I will get on her, I'll give her what I call a timeout, where I hug her, or I wrap her up in the blanket and hug her, and then she'll go and leave me, she'll come and bug me like an hour or 2 hours early. And there's times where I'll give her a timeout, and then she'll leave me alone, but she'll come back right at mealtime. 5 a.m. in the morning, 5 p.m. at night, and then 11 o'clock in the afternoon. She'll come right back. And there was one day where she was just bugging me. And And it was not like 5 or 10 minutes early. It was like an hour and a half, 2 hours early, and I kind of lost it. And I just sort of went upstairs to be by myself. And she came up, and I kind of had to tell her, I go, look, I'm doing what I can to keep you in trouble alive. I really am. And I don't appreciate this. And she kind of cuddled up with me, and she was pretty good until mealtime. And yesterday, she didn't eat her breakfast. She ate like part of it. And then when lunchtime came, she wants her lunch. And I go out, and there's like, between her dish and his dish, there's like two halves of can. There's almost like a full can of cat food between the two of them. And I told her, I go, look, if you're not going to eat your breakfast, I'm not feeding you lunch. I go, you got dry food here. I showed her, you got dry food here. I go, if you're not going to eat the stuff we gave you for breakfast, I'm not going to feed you lunch. And I told her, and I go, if this stuff had been sitting around, and it still looked pretty good, where sometimes when that stuff's been sitting out it looks like crap. But I kind of came to the conclusion that if they don't eat their breakfast, they're going to have to eat dry for lunch. They're not going to get more canned food if we're throwing it out. It'll just sit there, and then I'll feed them supper. But I think if they keep this up, and I told her, I go, look, I'm not mad at you. I'm really not. This is the way it was. I go, I can't afford to do it anymore. Mom's gone. We're all going to have to fucking hit the crunch time here. And I think she finally understood because it's just hard. I don't like being mean to the cats, and that makes me feel like I'm being mean to cats. But, I can't keep throwing out food because they want to be fussy.